Ever wonder if your accessories are secretly broadcasting the wrong message? What if the bag you proudly carry is actually telling the world you're, well, a little less chic than you think? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which bags to ditch and which classics to invest in to instantly upgrade your style. We're going to dive into the surprisingly subtle reasons why some expensive bags still manage to look cheap, and how you can avoid that trap entirely. The real cost of cheap chic. Before diving into specific brands, let's clarify one thing. This isn't about shaming anyone's budget or taste. It's about being a smarter consumer. Looking cheap has little to do with how much you spend, and everything to do with attention to detail, construction, and design. A truly cheap bag is the one that shouts, "trendy knockoff," or "about to expire," rather than whispering, "quiet sophistication," or "enduring quality." The difference between a good bag and a cheap-looking one often comes down to three things: the integrity of the materials, the intent of the design, and how saturated the market is with the same piece. Material integrity asks whether you're carrying full-grain leather or something flimsy and synthetic. Design intent determines whether the bag was meant to last or to chase a fleeting trend. And saturation dilutes value, because when everyone has the same piece, it stops being special and starts feeling common. Here's the key question you should keep in mind. What's the single most common mistake people make when buying an expensive bag that guarantees it will look cheap in a year? I'll reveal the answer shortly, and it might just save you thousands. The bags that broadcast, budget buy. The first category of bags we need to discuss includes those that, through overexposure, poor material choices, or simply being too committed to a fast-fading trend, have become synonymous with a look that peaked and plummeted. These choices, regardless of their initial price, often have a high style turnover, meaning they look dated very quickly, the clearest sign of a bag lacking genuine, long-term value. The logo overload offenders and mass-market saturation. The most egregious offenders often fall into the category of logo overload. These are bags from otherwise reputable or well-known brands that decided the best marketing strategy was to plaster their branding everywhere in high-contrast prints that scream for attention. A subtle logo on the hardware is a sign of heritage. A continuous high contrast, all-over logo print is often a sign of insecurity. It's trying too hard to prove its worth. Take certain Michael Kors styles, for example. While MK has many genuinely classic solid color leather bags, they gained massive, immediate, and ultimately damaging saturation in the early 2000s with the Jet Set tote and similar styles that featured the large repeating MK logo print, often against a contrasting cream or dark background. Because these were not only mass-produced by the brand, but also heavily replicated by counterfeiters, carrying one now often signals a style that peaked a decade ago. It feels tired, unoriginal, and easily replicable, instantly eroding its fashion authority. The main problem here isn't just the logo. It's that the quality of the faux leather or canvas on these high-volume logo-heavy pieces is often lackluster. They lose their structure and shape easily, and the hardware quickly tarnishes or loses its plating, which are the twin culprits in making any bag look truly cheap, regardless of the tag inside. Another brand that falls victim to this is certain styles from Coach, particularly their canvas bags featuring the dense repetitive C pattern. Again, like Michael Kors, Coach makes beautiful, high-quality leather goods. But the logo-heavy canvas bags became so ubiquitous and so heavily discounted at outlet stores that they lost their perceived value. When a bag's identity is solely tied to a repeating pattern that is widely available at a deep discount, it stops signaling luxury and starts signaling sale rack. The flimsy faux leather brigade and structural failure. Next up are the bags that promise a luxurious, structured look, but deliver a decidedly budget feel due to poor materials. These are often trendy shapes, say a micro baguette or a unique geometric bucket bag made from synthetic materials that simply don't hold up to daily life. Think of those overly trendy bags from fast fashion sources like Shein or certain Amazon sellers with poor structure. I know they're affordable and tap into a fleeting trend, but their structural failure is a dead giveaway. Look for bags that, even when empty, crease sharply at the edges, have weak, floppy handles, or feature a shiny plastic-like finish that doesn't mimic real leather grain at all. If the piping or edges of a synthetic bag are already peeling or fraying in the store, that's a massive red flag. The material is the issue. High-quality materials like full-grain leather soften, stretch, and develop a patina over time. Cheap synthetics crack, peel, and melt in a way that is immediately discernible as low quality and, frankly, disposable. This contributes to the feeling that the bag is not an accessory, but a temporary prop. The gimmick and novelty bags. This group includes bags that are purely novelty. While fashion should be fun and playful, if your primary everyday bag is shaped like a cartoon character, a piece of fruit, or a miniature replica of a landmark, it instantly loses versatility and seriousness. Unless you're a genuine collector or attending a highly themed event, these bags suggest a lack of adult-style discernment for daily use. They are fun, but they are almost always frivolous, not chic, and are generally a waste of money if you're trying to build an elegant wardrobe. Okay, let's go back to our central question. What's the single most common mistake people make when buying an expensive bag that guarantees it will look cheap in a year? The answer is buying a trendy version of a classic brand, particularly one with overly flashy or colorful hardware or a seasonal non-neutral color. Let's trace the scenario. You save up and spend $3,000 on a classic designer bag, but instead of buying it in black or tan, you get the new seasonal release in neon lime green or with chunky crystal-encrusted buckles and huge, thick chain straps. When investing in a luxury piece, always default to the brand's most classic neutral version, black, navy, ivory, or a perfect tan, with simple gold or silver hardware. These choices will look refined for decades. The bags that never go out of style. Now that we've cleared out the clutter, let's talk about the bags that are worth saving for. These are the pieces that defy trends, hold their value, and instantly signal timeless elegance and uncompromising quality. They look expensive because they are well made, yes, but more importantly, because their design is so perfectly balanced, it transcends seasonal fads. Number 1. The classics, the quiet icons of heritage. These bags are the gold standard because their design is functional, beautiful, and virtually unchanging. Think of the Hermès Birkin or Kelly. Their astronomical price is tied to their leather craftsmanship and exclusivity, but their elegance is rooted in pure, simple leather and clean, symmetrical lines. They don't need a huge logo. Their quality speaks for itself. Similarly, the Chanel Classic Flap, or 2.55, the quilted leather, the chain strap, the double C closure, is an instantly recognizable formula that has remained virtually unchanged for over 60 years. They look expensive because they represent a history of exceptional artistry, not just a seasonal must-have. The Bottega Veneta cassette or pouch, especially in the intrecciato weave, is a more modern example. It has virtually zero exterior branding. Its entire appeal and status is derived from the distinct, luxurious quality of the woven leather, proving that when the material and craftsmanship are perfect, you don't need a shouting logo. Number 2. The accessible investments. Quality without the wait list. You absolutely do not need to spend 5 figures to own a classic that looks expensive. There are contemporary brands focusing intensely on material quality and streamlined design that offer a similar aesthetic payoff at a fraction of the price. The Polène Numero 1 is a prime example. This brand has mastered the quiet luxury aesthetic. Their bags feature interesting sculptural shapes, but are made from high-quality, full-grain leather and have minimal, elegant hardware. It looks chic, modern, and expensive without relying on a logo. The key is their use of matte, substantial leather that holds its shape beautifully. Another excellent alternative is a simple structured leather piece from brands like Cuyana or the Rose smaller, simpler bags. The focus here is on material and function. A high-quality leather tote from Cuyana in a simple black, oxblood, or camel color instantly elevates a casual outfit. It proves that simplicity, when coupled with outstanding leather, is often the ultimate sophistication. By choosing these pieces, you are investing in material longevity, not ephemeral trends. The definitive takeaway here is that an expensive bag looks cheap when it prioritizes trend and visibility, big logos, loud colors, over material and timeless design. The true classics are all about the latter. Styling tips: how to avoid looking cheap. A crucial lesson to grasp is that a $10,000 Birkin can still look cheap if the rest of your look is sloppy or poorly maintained. True style is about the whole picture, the full presentation. Here are 4 quick styling tips to ensure your bag, whether it's high-end or high street, always looks its best and elevates your appearance. First, and most critically, the condition of your bag is everything. A well-maintained $200 bag looks infinitely more expensive than a damaged $2,000 bag. This means you must regularly wipe down your leather, remove ink stains immediately, and never let the bottom get visibly scuffed or dirty to the point of permanent damage. Hardware maintenance is non-negotiable. Tarnish, rust, or flaking plating is an immediate red flag that screams negligence, so polish metal hardware gently with a soft cloth to keep it shiny. Finally, be mindful of the bag's shape. Never overstuff your bag to the point where it distorts its original structure. A bulging, stressed leather bag looks terrible, like it's struggling to contain a messy life. Second, tackle the clutter conundrum. What's inside your bag matters too, because people do see it when you open it. If your bag is a bottomless pit of crumpled receipts, loose gum wrappers, and old lipstick, that disorganization translates to a cheap, careless look. The pro tip here is to use internal organizers or smaller pouches, often called bag inserts, to keep everything perfectly neat. When you open your bag, it should look tidy. A tidy life, reflected in a tidy bag, looks expensive and managed. Finally, utilize the power of presentation, your outfit foundation. Your bag is an accessory, not a magical cloak. It must complement a clean, well-put-together outfit. Focus on fit and fabric. An outfit made of well-fitting, wrinkle-free, quality fabrics, even basics like cotton or wool, is the best frame for any beautiful bag. A luxury bag paired with a pilling sweater or ill-fitting, faded pants will not look expensive. It will look like you're desperately trying to compensate for a messy wardrobe. Think about this powerful image. A crisp, pressed white button-down shirt and well-tailored trousers paired with a simple Polène or Cuyana bag is the essence of quiet luxury. It's all about the foundation. The most expensive accessory you can wear is confidence. Choose a bag you genuinely love, one that makes you feel chic, because carrying it with confidence is what truly defines sophisticated style. Focus on quality materials. Avoid pieces that try too hard, and maintain your bags impeccably to always look polished and refined. Remember, skip the flashy logos, say no to flimsy structures, and prioritize timeless quality over fleeting trends. Before buying, ask yourself if the piece will still look elegant 10 years from now. So tell me, are you guilty of looking cheap? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one of them and love hearing what resonates with your style. If you found value in this video, you're gonna love this next one.